Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to today's panel discussion on transformative journey of home textile manufacturing through automation. We are at a pivotal moment where advanced technologies are reshaping our industry, enhancing productivity, flexibility, and efficiency. Modern plants are now embracing automation across processes, from cutting machines with two-side hemming, sophisticated hanger system, to both automated and semi-automated sewing operations. Along these, folding and packaging machines and automated warehouses integrated with manufacturing execution system MES ensure real-time monitoring of productivity and work in progress. This is not the vision of future, this is the reality we live in today, where technology drives our industry forward, reducing waste, improving turnaround times, and maintaining quality. Thank you for joining us. I look forward to stimulating discussion on how these innovations continue to redefine our capabilities and opportunities in home textile manufacturing. It's my pleasure to introduce our distinguished panelists today, each an expert in automating home textile manufacturing. We welcome Mr. Gerd Nasner, Vice Vice President, Texpa GmbH, known for his significant contributions to textile automation. Joining him is Mr. Stephen Person from Automatics AB Canada, an innovator in integrating advanced machinery into home textile production to boost efficiency. And finally, we have Mr. Fredrik Andersson from Eton Systems, Sweden, who specializes in smart automation material handling systems for streamlining production. Their combined expertise promises a deep and insightful exploration of automation in home textile manufacturing. We are thrilled to have you with us. Welcome, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Let me start with a big picture in mind. How does automation landscape is evolving in home textile industry? What challenges like the shrinking skilled workforce, rising production cost, and how do each of you see the industry shaping up in next 5 to 10 years? Gerd, why don't you start with this?
Okay. First of all, Amit, many thanks for inviting me for this session. It's a pleasure and an honor, of course. In my opinion, we're going to see huge changes in the next 5 to 10 years, especially due to fashion changes, stock holding, and the customers of our customers reducing cost and so. So we will face a lot of challenge and flexibility in changing articles, not as in the 90s. We had customers running the same product 24/7 for 365 years, never changing it 10 years all around the clock. So these times are gone completely. And that's a challenge for the machine makers to bring more flexibility, more productivity. And of course, today, everybody is looking also for the green footprint. So we have a lot of work in front of us. We are in the middle of a process already to changing machinery. And I'm sure Stephen and Fredrik are facing the same problems.
Thank you. I think, Gerd, let me summarize. What you spoke about is flexibility is going to be the main driver, because earlier were the times when there was a product which was running for years together. But gone are the days, because customer is looking for flexibility now, and flexibility, productivity, and going green and sustainable product is definitely going to be the future. Thank you for your insights. Stephen, what do you think about it? And what do you want to add something on this piece?
Yeah, first of all, thank you for inviting me to this session. And then I would say if we go to the first question, you said shrinking skilled workforce. Yes, I think that will continue. That will still be a big challenge for the future for all the manufacturers. And the same, raising costs. Yes, there will be raising costs. As you know, the textile industry tends to go to the cheapest places where they can produce. So this will still be the challenge for many countries and many companies.
Okay. So I think you added a very important point, which is the cost of workers, or the having the skilled worker is going to be a challenge, and you need to actually address those points in terms of automating your processes so that you can overcome those challenges, right?
Right.
And Frederick, what do you think about it? Like, I think your insight will be important because you kind of work in between automation and semi-automation solutions. So what do you think about it?
Yes, thank you, Amit, to let me be here as well. And of course, I agree what Gerd and Stefan said before about the higher cost of the operators, and will be tougher out there. And the challenge is to improve the machinery today, but I think it's quite difficult to improve something because all of us have improved it in the year back, and it has a good function today. So the last improvement is very hard. Remember that we always work with fabric, and it's really difficult to handle it in all kind of products. So we have a challenge. I know that if you talk about apparel, um, they can produce a T-shirt today more or less automatically, but this is a very, very simple T-shirt. So it will take long time to do full automation for all kind of products in textile industry, if ever, I must say. What I believe is in the future is more important is the software, to connect the software and have more information of each operation, each operators, and so on. That's I think it's growing and will be bigger in the coming 5-10 years. Then of course all the machinery supply manufacturers try to improve the function as well to get rid of more cost and to produce more and better.
Right. I think thank you so much, Frederick, for your insights. I think you added one more critical point, which is the information, how the information is available for people to take a decision, and real time information availability is definitely going to be a game changer. What is happening in the industry that a lot of MES systems are being adapted, and it has been becoming a kind of a norm where you are able to identify the real time WIP, the people, the skills, and all the things which are going on a floor to take the right decision so that you are on top of things rather than lying behind it. So I think I would say, even though what we think, but automation seems like a magic wand which will solve all our problems. I don't think that's going to happen. Am I right in saying that? Because I feel it's not a magic wand which will just come and do everything for us. We need to have some kind of a way wherein we are able to identify the automation, what is the automation needed, and rightfully implementing that automation in the processes of the operations of the production. Thank you so much for your insights. Uh, what do you think when customer demands are uh, getting into more specific, and SKUs are growing faster? That means the order quantity per SKU is going down day by day. So the how are your machines adapting to handle the smaller order size and greater product variety? Are your solutions keeping pace with these trends, or do you see something happening in terms of flexibility, which which people should adapt in terms of automation? Because I think what Gerd you mentioned about is the flexibility. Let me take this question to Stefan. Stefan, what do you think? How machines are adapting to that flexibility?
Well, I think there's two ways. Of course, you can make, let's say, a fully automatic line more flexible in the way how can you feed the machine, how can you make easier changeovers. And again, like Frederick said, that is a lot of software. And then, of course, the big challenge is to make semi-automatic machines to meet these specific needs. And in the different areas, you say home textile, the bedding industry, the interior textiles, the towels. So all of this, I think both Texpa us, we are doing developments for this area so that we will have semi-automatic machines for the companies who needs this, and automatic machines for the companies who are going to adopt these kind of machines.
Okay.
So it's two different areas.
So you're bringing a flexibility by basically introducing a semi-automatic swing machines wherein you are able to make a quick change for a specific company need on a smaller automation and the complete automated lines for a bigger order sizes and the larger companies which they can predict the long order runs. Am I right in saying that?
Yes, you can say, but also for the one that you say fully automatic machines, if you take that as a concept, you can also make improvements in that kind of machines to make them more flexible. But of course, to make really small runs, I say 10, 15 pieces, then you need real semi-automation with different steps and operators at each step. So that's two different sides.
Right. No, I agree with you. I think semi-automation for a small order quantities and maybe the fully automation for a larger order quantities, and definitely where you have at least what is the order quantity you're talking about? 2,000 pieces per SKU is what people should aim for.
Sorry.
What is the order quantity per SKU that you are talking about?
Okay. Just to estimate the number, like you say, if you go from 200 pieces and upward, you can say automation. Less than 200 pieces, semi-automation.
Okay.
Are you with us, Amit?
Amit? Okay, we are alone, gentlemen.
Yeah.
Shall we do something? Or
I don't know what we can do. I have no idea.
We went for a tea, maybe.
Maybe I'll wait. Okay. No, but I don't know. Maybe we can continue this discussion. Semi-automatic, automatic.
He's back.
Okay.
No.
Here he is again. Hi, Amit.
Sorry, there was some internet issue at my end.
Yeah.
No problem.
I missed 10-15 seconds of the discussion. What was the discussion about? Like we were talking about flexibility in the machine and how do you handle the smaller SKUs on the automated machines. So Gert, what do you think about it?
Okay, in general, Stephen, of course, is very right what he's saying. You need a certain number of pieces for each order to make automatic sewing really feasible. Depends on the product. Of course, when you have an order for 200 pillows for an automatic line, this is, we are talking just 20 minutes run or so. So it's difficult to say. And also when you have a lot of small orders, also our customers are looking also into the size of the investment for a fully automatic line. So, and as the industry is shifting also, we don't have so many big players anymore. You know, the US market is almost completely down from the big ones. They are all gone. You remember Springs and then River and Wellsman, and so they had hundreds of machines. So today what we are seeing also, small and medium-sized companies come into the business. And that's where, what Stephen rightly said, semi-automatic machine comes in. But we see the semi-automatic machine as an entry key, let's say. So we have designed our semi-automatics that you always can add on later. So when you are growing in the business, the machine can grow also. And this gives you a good ground for planning your investments in the future. But of course, semi-automatic is a big issue today because there are coming so many new products also on the market, and to bring always an automatic solution for the sewing of these new products, it takes time. And that's also the reason that semi-automatic machine comes getting more and more important.
Right.
The other point, what you said with the SKUs, of course, this is, we handle this already since a couple of years. We have installed machines, especially in India, with barcode label reader, and so that you get all the information. We have printers on our sheeting folding machines that you can follow up everything. We provide all the live data, and what we also have now very new since the 1st of October, we joined with a software company, iTeam. So, and here we see really potential, and our customers honestly appreciating this. And we are in a kind of transforming from the traditional machine maker with wheels and this and that to getting more and more with software also. Of course, Texbar was always on the high end on the computers and so, but now we are again on the step in the future.
Oh, thank you so much. I think it's quite insightful where you are talking about like how there's a shift happening from an automated machine and adapting the new technology in terms of a newer software, which is being coupled along with the machine to give you more real-time information, and that will help people to be more informed and take a right decision in the right time, because productivity and production is all about taking a right decision in time. What is also evolving over here is what we've seen in the market, because obviously fully automated machines are good for a standard product and the product which are long run. But when it comes to a lot of changeover happening in the styles, there is something which is happening in the industry, a semi-automation machine with a hanger system tie-up, where the product once it is produced out of this semi-automation machine, it picks up from there and goes to the sewing operator for final finishing of it. And that gives a lot of flexibility and without wasting much of our time. I think there's a definitely a saving in the people in terms of when we are comparing with the manual operation, obviously not with the fully automated ones, but definitely there's a saving in semi-automation. But also there is something where the hanger system plays an important role in that. Uh, Frederick, what do you have to say about it when it comes to coupling a semi-automation machine or a fitted sheet machine, which is making a box for a fitted sheet and then transporting it to the next operation from there? What do you think about it, and how you guys are helping industry in shaping up and delivering the product to the right place?
That's, of course, a really good idea. Then you don't need to have any transportation from the automatic multi-machines, and you just pick it up straight ahead. You save time. You can have a buffer just before it enters to the assembling line, the sewing line. And there you can order, it can bring it down according to the demand of the customer. So if back to the question how to handle the small series, UPS system is really good to treat this one. You can produce one by one if you want. In this case, with home textile, you have longer, bigger styles, bigger series. But you can, like I said, you can have buffers before it enters to the UPS system, and then you produce 10 pieces of this, 100 of this, 200 of this. And it will help you a lot in that way. Okay. Because our system is, the throughput time in our system is very low comparing to the traditional production to do that today. You have very often piles lying around. But here we just hang up everything that needs to produce in the system and take down one on one, and no piles at all. You have also less work in progress, that you have full control by the software. Where is my production? You can easily see when it will be ready to be delivered.
Right. Absolutely. I think so. There is definitely a change which is happening between fully automation to semi-automatic, and then overcoming a challenge of moving a product which is produced from semi-automatic to the swing operator. Your system is able to do that. Your system is able to give the information about how many pieces are produced and at what workstation it is being produced. So kind of a mini MES system is tagged along with it. I would not say fully MES system, but definitely a system which will help. So I would say the hanger system is basically able to deliver the product door to door, right? In the textile world, and then what is happening, and from station to station with the precision like a pizza tracker, I would say. So you are able to track your delivery of pizza from station to station. Similarly, in a hanger system, you are able to track it from station to station, always on time and with no tip given to them, right?
Correct.
Okay. Let me go to the next one. You've got amazing machines. I think, Stephen, again, this question is for you and Gerd. You've got amazing machine for flat sheet, fitted sheets, and pillow, duvets, and towels, etc. Right? Which are the most popular machines, and why are they popular and adapted in the industry so well? Stephen, I think this question is coming to you, and then maybe we'll shift it to Gerd on that.
So you start with me or with Gerd?
You start.
No, you start.
Okay, I start. I would say like this. I mean, we don't have any most popular machines. I say we have 4 legs to stand on. So I say bedding machines, of course, very important, which are the flat, the fitted, and so on. Towels, of course, also very important, because you can say here are the volume products. And then the other 2 legs would be
Absolutely.
interior textile, like curtains, napkins, table linen, these kind of products. And the 4th leg would be specialized machines, like, I don't know, tote bags, gauze machines, and so on. So it's not that one machine is more popular than the other one. It's a question of what do the customer need, and where are we in this process on our 4 different legs.
Right. So, Stefan, in a way, as a layman, people think maybe the flat-fitted pillow and duvet and towel machines are the main automated machine in home textile industry. But what you are throwing information on is you have machines which are able to address even the curtains or the tote bag and even some of the complicated stuff. You can always discuss with the client and develop something which is customized to their requirement. Am I right in saying that, Stephen?
Yes, this is very much the case today, that you have to more carefully listen to the customer and adopt to the customer needs.
Absolutely. Good. What do you think about it? Like, what kind of a product line that you have, and which are the most popular ones?
Okay, as Stephen Mike rightly said, we have actually 4 legs. When you go for the sheeting, there is you have to see the difference between the machines. One is the speed, and the other one is the quantity of fabric you have to handle. So for the speed, of course, is the pillowcase machine, the classical US pillowcase machine. This is one of the fastest machines in the market, the same for automatics. And the other point, and which makes the machine very famous, is a duvet cover machine. Duvet cover, you have to move and transfer to the product so many meters of fabric. So we have huge demand on this machine, and we delivered already a lot of these machines, not only in the Asian market, even in Europe and so. And you have so many varieties on the duvet cover, so it makes the machine very popular. On the other hand, when you go for the towels, towel, of course, is a cross hammer. If you have a cross hammer with chain stitch, it gives you so many towels per day, and your production cost will be so low that even in countries like Portugal, for example, where they're running only 1 shift, this machine has a return on investment so fast. There's nothing you can compete to a good running cross hammer. And then, of course, the other points are curtains is a big point where we have a lot of machines running also. Special curtains with blacked out. This is also difficult product to handle. This is important. And then comes all these folding, turning, and packing machines. So, but all in all, in my opinion, the most popular machines are cross hammers for the towel business and duvet cover pillows for the sheeting. And in pillows, you have to separate this from classical U-shape that comes from the manual sewing, and the other point is the L-shape sewing, which is the US pillowcase machine.
Okay. So I think,
and of course, when we started for these different products today, they want to run 2 different fabrics on the pillows now, the same as on the duvets, or even 3 different fabrics when they go for pillows with flaps. They want a different fabric also for the flap. So that's the point where we are strongly developing new machines.
Okay. Okay. So I think what you have mentioned about, it's not just a flat fitted or a pillow machine. Fitted is a different story altogether, because there's a 90-degree requirement. There is an elastic which is changing quite dramatically. They have a corner elastic also, which is a challenge also. Uh, uh, the machines like towel, which are needed in masses in large quantities, and also the machines for duvet cover, which is difficult to handle product, because it's a large product and then you will have to align two layers together. The automated machine is something which will really help the productive production line to gear up for the late new requirement and do it really well in terms of the products which are there. All right. Frederick, let me come to you in a different way. What kind of, how are your equipment able to help home textile industry with, I understand the transport. Can you share some of the cases wherein you are able to work on a complex scenario, maybe a bed linen, maybe a like a quilt factory. So maybe if you can share something where your system has successfully helped a complex situation in a cutting and sewing industry.
Yeah, if we don't have an automatic machine for quilts or bed sets, sheets or whatever, they need to do it manually. And it's like you said before, it's a really big product. It's a lot of handling, and you have a lot of trolleys on the floor. It takes space, and people are pushing this around, and they are pushing it to the wrong destination, and they need to have a certain amount of one style. But if you have Eton instead and load it straight from the cutting area, you don't need to have these trolleys. You just load it up into our system. You can have a small buffer before, so you have a little bit fluctuation between the loading and the sewing later on. And the main idea with UPS system is to get rid of the handling between the operators. And also, when you by hang the product up, you can deliver the product in the correct position at the side where the operator is sitting and sewing. So it will come down in a good position and just sew the operation, still hanging in the hanger. And all the information that the operator is doing will be registered. Timing, if any fault, whatever. Everything will register there.
Yeah.
And then you send it to the next operation and the next and next. And in the end, it comes out done. If it's not any quality problems, you send it back again and redo it. So it's a big help. I mean, the increase normally when you produce quilt, it's around 25-30% if you implement UPS system. For sure, because it takes time to grab it, to bring it to the table, and to deliver it to the next operation and move it around. It's definitely a really good system if you want to improve your production. Yeah.
So I think I've been in industry for last 28 years now, and having set up more than 50 factories. What I have seen, there is no particular one system which will work for one company. You would definitely need a mix of a system where you would need automated lines, you may need a manual lines, and some of the lines which are Eton system. I remember when I used to walk in one of the quilt factories, you cannot see the faces of the people. The entire floor is filled with the quilts on the floor. And the same product, same factory, when we entered and when we changed the scenario over there, we took entire production on the hanger system. and the visibility of the floor is seamless, and productivity and performance has gone up compared to what it used to be, almost by double, I would say, when it used to be a manual operation. Obviously, I understand the hanger system. Definitely, for certain kind of a product, you would need a hanger system because of the volume and because of the product requirement. But also, somewhere I see there is a need for automating the processes because it is difficult to get people nowadays, and you need automated solutions to handle the basic regular work which is being done on the product. Uh, Let me come to Gerd. This question is from you. Uh, we've been talking about the changes which are happening in terms of automated machine to swing the semi-automated machine, and then we are also talking about the hanger system coming in between. From your experience, how what kind of a factory, latest modern factories are being set up? What kind of a setup they have, and what kind of solutions they are working on? From, because I know you've traveled across the world, you've been traveling 20 days in a month, all those things, and you've seen I don't know how many factories. I don't have even you maybe not be able to count how many factories you might have visited. From your
Yeah.
experience, what is the best way that people can start thinking about automation? That is one. And what is the right mix of a product in terms of automated, semi-automated, and a hanger system or a manual system? What do you think is the way, right approach for the people to go about it?
Okay. First of all, everything starts with your planning. When you build up a home textile company, you need to know, or you have to have an idea or a vision in which way you want to go. If you go for the higher volume, there's no doubt about you need to go for fully automatic machine. And this requires, and this is very, very important, and a lot of people forget this, a strong marketing team. So they have to sell products which can be produced fully on an automatic machine. And this needs real strength from the marketing people, because the buyers today, they want everything fashion here, fashion there, only 50 pieces per order. And so this you have to avoid and build up a strong marketing team. When you go for the automatic machines, it is clear you need a certain order volume, and to get all the benefits of the automation. And the good thing is today, and Frederick, sorry for the fitted sheets, there are so many new developments. Today we can work fitted sheets with 1 inch elastic in, what was maybe 5 years impossible to think about because of the strength. We can sew in elastics also in the drop. We are flexible in the drop size. We have since 2004, when we delivered the first 90-degree corner fitted sheet machine to Mexico. Since then, we have developed this. We have labels in the drop. We have labels in the sewing. So there's a change where we see a lot of improvements. And the benefits, of course, is when you run a fully automatic machine, you have an operator and maybe 1 or 2 helpers. And as Stephen and you also rightly said, wages are rising. We are struggling with staff to get staff. Nobody wants to work in the textile industry. It's a low-level industry, they said. Now everybody wants to be in science and in automotives or so. So it comes more and more that automation is very, very important for our customers, because on the different points, rising cost, availability of staff, and the flexibility we can almost provide, like automatics and ourselves. We are we changed a lot in the last 10 years. So we can run on the automatic machine products we were not even thinking about 10 years ago. So, and this process will keep on. And I'm pretty sure that we will go in a combination with the new softwares, with the information handling and everything. We will be in a different position in 5 years.
Absolutely. I think what you mentioned is how fitted sheet machine has evolved over last 5 to 10 years. And having what was a challenge in the past is now a success story where you are able to stitch an elastic on a corner and go a wider elastic on all around of the fitted sheet. I think that has been a game changer for your company. Stephen, over to you. What do you think is happening? What is the right way the industry should focus on automation, semi-automation, or a hanger system or a manual system? Because this question keeps coming in the minds of people. Do I have the right mix of a product? Do I have the right customers who will buy the product which are produced on these machines? And how continuously I'm able to feed this machine months and months together? So, Stephen, what do you think about it?
Well, I think we have to come back to what Gerd said. Firstly, you need your business plan. You need your business idea. What do you want to focus on? Volume or special products? Then secondly, of course, marketing team, because your business plan will be depending on your marketing team. So that would basically be the answer to the question. When you have that, then you can also plan for your investments. But this is the first thing you need to settle down.
Yeah, I think what you're mentioning is right. But on the other hand, I think things evolve. It's like I might have a answer for this now, but it may change in next 2 to 3 years, and the market dynamics might change.
That is
My
also
biggest
what we
customer
come
today,
back to.
Go ahead, please.
Okay, now I would say then we come back again to what Gerd said. We as companies have to adopt to these things, which means that maybe you start off with semi-automatic and building on to being some of the machines fully automatic. You keep some of them semi-automatic. So it all has to do with the development of the company. So I don't think we can make machines, we can make a lot, but we cannot make magic. They have to do their own business plans.
Absolutely. I think, and to solve this challenge for a company wherein we come as an expert and help them. Okay, what is the kind of a product profile you have? What kind of a customers you have? What is the order quantities that you are working on? And then what is the right mix of automation, semi-automation, hanger system, or a manual system? That is what is needed for any company. But there is no one kind of a solution for any company. What I had seen in my 25 years of experience that
correct. 100%.
There's no because there's one company who's working with the Walmarts and Targets of the world, and tomorrow we have the customers who are buying 2,000 pieces also from them. So, and they are addressing both the challenges within the same company. So obviously you need a mix of technology within the same company, which will address the different customer base for the company. Patrick, what do you have to say about this?
No, but I agree with Stefan and Gerd. Of course, if you have bulky series, you need to have automation, fully automation. But you can also sometimes, even if you can do more complete fitted sheets or do the cover in a machine, but you maybe still need, for some models, have bottoms to close the fitted sheets. Then you need to have maybe a small system for Eton as well, and then you have the QC control as well, and packing. There is a small, even if it's almost done or complete, you can still deliver it to the packing area or QC area. That's so it's a combination there. Yeah, that's my thought about it.
Yeah, I mean, there will be in the future, there will be huge developments, especially what Frederick says in after folding and packaging and handling of the system. We have already customers running with robots, filling cartons and so, and this will come more and more. So you will see especially in constitutional business, you will see very, very less people on the floor. You will have maybe 1 or 2 robots behind an automatic sewing line. If it is in automatics or in textile, doesn't matter. They don't care. They will take the product and put it in a cart box and so on. And this will come completely more and more and more.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand. But I was going. Let me share something. I was doing a calculation for one of the company, wherein how many people are needed for sewing versus how many people are needed for packaging post-sewing operation. And believe me, like there's a huge number of people which are needed for the product to be put into a poly bag, put it in a carton, sticker it properly. All those. It's a huge manpower.
Yes.
And
Yes.
and India and when we're talking about India is all about complex product. People like giving complex product to India because at the end of the day, not many people are doing institution business where there's a standard packaging.
No.
Every retailer, every product or every style needs a different packaging, and for that you need a different set of people, maybe more hands to do that kind of a work. And automation in that area, I have not seen. I don't know, Gerd, what you're saying is right. It may come definitely, but if something that you want to share, it'll be good for listeners.
Yeah. Especially in retail business, Amit, now all these programs avoid plastic. Now the packing in the home textile business for retail is mainly made also in fabric bags, and this is another challenge. How to handle this? How to produce these small bags to put in, let's say, a 6x9 folded fitted sheet. This is a challenge also.
Yeah,
and of course you need a lot of people.
Yeah.
The fashion always changes all the time. Yeah.
And people are coming with a fabric bag now made of the same roll matching to the main product. Now it's not easy. It's tricky, right?
No.
Because the corner is coming. Its corner is coming out of the fitted sheet. And if we do automate, then you don't use the corner which has been produced over there. So its complexity is definitely there if we go fully automatic way. But definitely, right mix of machines are important, and you need to know your customer and the kind of automation that you need in your business so that it becomes easy. But it's an evolving journey. You start somewhere, and then you keep on going and extending to automated ways of doing the things. Right. Thank you so much. Let me go to the next one. So when we talk about automation, there's a tricky situation. People love lock stitches, and we know the chain stitch produces the best of the productivity and efficiency. What are the alternate sewing methods that you are implementing in your machines to maintain stitch quality and which is acceptable in the market? Stefan, what do you think is the right? Because I know the chain stitch is most preferred by the machine manufacturer, but for the customers, they prefer lock stitch. So how do we bridge a gap between the two, and what kind of a solution that has been implemented for the people who may not be into automation at the moment, but maybe they would like to go about it or listen from the experts, what kind of solutions are there in this domain?
Yeah,
Stephen,
this is not an easy topic, because of course I do understand that people want to have a fast machine, which means chain stitch. What can you do with the chain stitch? You can do stitch dancing in the corners. You might do back tacking in the corners, but it doesn't help in the middle of the towel where you can break the thread and it will unravel. So that's one side of it. Then you have, of course, the lock stitch, which will lock every stitch by itself. And at the end, you can do back tacking. And then you will have no thread dance like you have on the chain stitch. To help the productivity on lock stitch, of course, both of us, Textiles, we have bobbin changers. That increases the production. But again, there will always be less production with lock stitch than chain stitch. So I don't see that we can solve this in any other way, that you as a customer have to make a choice together with their customers which way to go.
And what is the productivity loss when you talk about chain stitch and a lock stitch, between the two, comparing the two?
Well, if you compare, if it takes something like a flat sheet machine, let's say, then you do about 5.5 pieces with the lock stitch and about 8 pieces with the chain stitch.
And this is practical you're talking about, or this is like a machine can produce? Practically, is it happening in the industry?
This is per minute production in a machine.
Okay, right. And good. What do you have to say about this? Lock stitch, chain stitch. It's kind of a we have chain stitch machine, but customer is asking for lock stitch, and because of that, a couple of months in a year, maybe automated machine is not being utilized, and we've seen in the industry that has been happening. What kind of a solution you can give to your customers for this?
Okay, of course, you can combine the sewing heads on the machine. If you go for a flat sheet machine with a length hammer and the cross hammer, 4-side hemming, you could say, if we're running with by lengths, you can do the length hemming with the chain stitch, and then on the cross hammer you can do the lock stitch. You're gaining some production against 100% lock stitch. Or as Stephen rightly said, okay, you can do also a bar tacking on a chain stitch, but it's not secured like a lock stitch. And to get more flexibility on this, we have a system, and automatics also, where you can change the chain stitch sewing machines against a lock stitch. So you can run orders with chain and with lock stitch.
Okay, so you have a head
to increase the speed and the production on both type of stitches depends on the sewing machine. And we are not sewing machine builders. We are building the complete installation. And in the market, there are fast machines and not so fast one, but there's not the highest machine, let's say with 8,000 or 9,000 RPM running. This is still not existing.
So you are saying you have a Mercedes, but it all depends on the engine, which is a swing head in a machine. Yeah. And if that is not aligned, or it is not a high-speed one, then the Mercedes obviously will follow the engine only, not run by itself, right? That's what you are trying to explain.
Of course.
And what is the production that you get between chain stitch and lock stitch? What is the difference between the two?
It is almost the same like Stephen said. On the lock stitch, we are a little higher than Stephen. We can really say 6 pieces per minute. On the queen size flat sheet is possible, and chain is 8 pieces. So we are talking about 30% different, more or less.
30% between the lock stitch and chain stitch.
Yeah, depending on the sewing machine. No? The handling, the transport of the fabric, we could handle much faster, but the sewing machine is not giving more.
Right. Now let me talk about a solution wherein like people have found a solution which is cost effective, which is semi-automation, where you are cutting a flat sheet, for example, and then stitching two sides of it, the top and the bottom, the header and the bottom. And then once that is done, it is being transported by the hanger system to the operator for the lock stitch operation. In that way, you are utilizing a semi-automatic machine to the full potential and also giving the right product, which is a lock stitch product to the customer. And we've seen that has been adapted in the industry, and places like Pakistan and many of the players in India also have adapted those kind of semi-automation way of stitching, and it is helping people to reduce at least around 40-45% of the main critical operation worker skill, and move on to the semi-automation. And with the hanger system in place, you are able to achieve a better results, and obviously give the right product to the customer also, which is a lock stitch product. That means the chain stitch has been locked on the other two sides with the lock stitch, right? But Frederick, what kind of insights you would like to share about it? Because there's a machine where the product is being stitched, and you need to take it to the sewing station and then produce it in a right way. What kind of insights that you think is happening in the industry? Did you give any kind of such solution where the product has been picked up and then been stitched manually and then finished manually?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, everything is depending how much is done from the automatic machine, semi machines, and if customers decide to continue with the automatic system, then they need to have a UPS system. That helps a lot, for sure. As I said before, I mean, maybe they make a duvet cover almost done, but they need to have the bottoms because the customer didn't buy that in the machine for some reason, I don't know. Then you need to, and maybe it's just 50% of the production. You need to be able to pick it up by a UPS system to deliver and make these hanging quick operations, and then to the delivery to the unloading. And otherwise, they need to go back to operators, pick it up, and it's just a waste of time. So yes, for sure, they need to combine these two methods.
And one more important thing, what I had seen in the industry is people are struggling with two-shift working or three-shift working when they were working on a manual operations, right? Moment they go on to hanging system, there they can easily move to the two-shift or three-shift working. That has become kind of a norm for many companies. They are able to run three shifts also, and some of the companies are running two shifts. How your system is able to support those kind of a companies in actually working round the clock? There must be some kind, because obviously manual system, if the operator changes, then other person doesn't know what was going on the floor. But hanger system will actually tell how many pieces are being produced, what is pending, and where it is pending. What do you have to say about that?
No, but I mean, if you have, take example, quilt production, you have expensive machine, quilt machines and a carding machine that need to run all the time. And these machines are slower than the sewing operations. So what we normally do is to create a buffer for shift number 3, so they can still quilt all the quilts, take it out from the quilt machine, automatically bring it to the buffer and fill it up. And there you maybe have 2,000 hanging or something. And during the first and second shift, you empty this buffer together at the same time as the quilt machine is still working. But when the third shift is coming up, it's supposed to be empty, and then you gain. You work 2 shifts in the sewing area, So you gain one shift in the sewing area by doing this one, and the machine, the quilt machine can work all day long. That's important.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
the way
I
we
think.
use to help them, customer. Yeah.
Okay. So basically, you're adding to the flexibility of producing a product in multiple shifts by having a buffer, right? That is,
Yes.
And also what I have seen in so many years of double shift working is basically people are able to understand what is the WIP level and what is produced in which line and which operator has produced how much, which is difficult to understand in a manual operation. I think
Yeah.
that is the kind of visibility floor has, and it becomes really easy to manage multiple shifts. That means you are able to turn your asset twice or thrice as what you're doing in a single shift working from the hanger system. And automation always run 24/7. So
Yes.
that's not definitely a problem in that case, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Let me thank you so much. Let me move to the next one. As the production scale, I think we are running a little late. I think we would need another 10 more minutes to finish off the questions because this is an interesting discussion happening, and we would like our listeners to get to know the uh, uh, complete automation solutions that are available in the market and how they can adapt those solutions for their company. So let me come to the next one. As the production scales up, maintaining efficiencies become very, very crucial. How your machines are actually ensuring scalability without compromising on quality and increasing production cost. Uh, Good. What do you think? How uh, when there's a lot of pressure of production, your people may compromise on manual side on quality, and cost may go up because of overtime working and all that. So, how automated machines are able to help that and produce consistently the right quality, and what kind of a quality checks which are being available within the machine itself so that people can monitor it and produce the right quality. Over to you,
Okay.
sir.
This is the big advantage of automatic sewing. If you give to the computer of the machine a measuring, the machine will make always the same product. That means the standard of the quality is even on an automatic machine. If we go again to the classical fitted sheet machine, if you do it manually, the 4 drops, generally you have 3 different sizes on 4 corners. So if you put your automatic machine to a 13-inch drop, you get 13-inch. If you put it wrongly to 11.5, you have 11.5, but then it's a mistake on the operator and on the planning manager. So if you set an automatic machine rightly, you have all the advantage of automation. High standard on the quality, fast production, even production, and very, very less manpower. And you can run 3 shifts. A machine is never sick, never goes to the doctor. It's 24/7 there, available to run production.
Wow. So you don't need a doctor like what we need for the
No,
machine.
you need a good
Absolutely. Very
mechanic,
good.
especially a sewing
You need a
mechanic.
good mechanic. Absolutely. And mechanic is a doctor for the machine, right?
Exactly, yeah.
Okay. And Stephen, I think adding to what Gerd has mentioned, how people can actually monitor, because obviously a machine can produce the right quality every time the same, but we don't know what is the kind of raw material which is coming from the back, right? It might have some defects, some kind of a challenges. To add to Gerd, what do you think how machines are able to address those kind of a quality challenges which comes along with the fabric? And how the companies are monitoring those kind of a challenges which are faced in the automatic swing?
Well, I mean, you have these basic things that has been there for a number of years: thread break detectors, joint detectors. These kind of things are already in the machines. What is coming more and more is, call it camera surveillance, where you can also look at faults in the fabric. So this can all be helpful for the customer, but then it's a technical question how you want to handle these faults that comes up in the products. So that's a completely different issue. What do you want to do? You just run it through the machine, you want to stop the machine, you want to cut in the middle of a piece. This is a whole different discussion. Also has to be done with every customer, each and every customer to do what do they want to do.
Absolutely.
No,
And
somebody
I've seen-
accepts second quality and they make another exit for the machine. Others said, oh, no second quality, not at all. So it is, as Steven said, it's completely individual from customer to customer.
Right, and I've seen some of the, after the sewing is completed, between the sewing and folding station, there's a station for checking also, wherein two people can stand and then monitor the product quality and also the fabric defects if there are any.
Correct.
So
Right.
So those kind of like a manual intervention or solutions are also being given by the machine supplier, so that it becomes easy for people to monitor the product quality, if not by the camera, because it is difficult for a camera to identify the right kind of a defect which is acceptable and not acceptable. There's a very thin line between that, right? So
Yes, and also
it is
if
staying please go ahead.
Yeah, no, if we talk, I mean, you're very right. The manual inspection is, of course, the best inspection which you can do after sewing before the folding. And if you go into camera, like we discussed, then it's only single colors. You don't go with patterns or anything like that. Then you still need the human eye.
Exactly. The camera is getting better and better, but to see a white thread on a white flat sheet, to see a misstitch, we are still not there.
No, yeah, absolutely. I had seen in FMCG basic the sorting of the fruits and vegetables. The machines are able to remove the defected produce, but still, I think in home textile, fabric defect identification, even though there are a couple of companies who claim that this is working fine, but people have invested in those solutions. But somehow I feel there is still some work needs to be done. Maybe AI might be able to help now on those areas to smartly answer those questions and give a right solution for the industry. Right? All right. Thank you. Let me come to a very, very critical question, which is related to digitalization. Because what is happening is like all these equipments are very fast working. They work round the clock, but it is also important that how do you synchronize these system with the digitalization, with the ERP which is there, or the manufacturing system which can handle the entire shop floor. What kind of in your experience, what has been the best way people are able to track the real-time production, monitoring of the production floor in terms of defects, in terms of downtime of the machine, operator efficiency, as well as the produce of a floor? I think let me put this question to Frederick, and then we will come to you, Stephen and Gerd. Frederick,
yeah.
what kind of because you guys have been doing for empty number of years the digital solution, which is coupled along with your machine. What do you have to say about it on terms of quality, machine downtime? How do you monitor it, and how industry is helped by that?
No, of course. I mean, the UPS system always deliver a standard software without to connect with the ERP or MES system. It could work individually without, and there you have all information about downtime, cycle times, quality problems, and everything. So that's within the software itself. That of course is very, very helpful for the production manager today to see all real-time data. It's real-time data, what happens now. And what you can do is, of course, connect it to ERP system to import and export data that you need. If you want to produce something from your, you have a production list, you can send it out to it on this you have to produce today. And you produce it, and then you can also give back information to the ERP system. And by doing this, you can sit in whatever where you want in the world and see your own production in your factory. Available will be really good. So no, and it's coming more and more. This demands more and more computerized and more and more information of each operations. We can also, like you said before, door-to-door production information from the cutting table. We can have information there with tablets connect to the system as well, and also to the shipping area. You can have information from that side. So you will have a door-to-door solution, which is very helpful.
I think that is what is needed. Yeah. But the complexity starts when you have multiple machines from different suppliers within the production floor. Stephen, in your experience, how do you overcome those kind of digital challenges? Because you may be supplying your machine, Ethan is supplying their own machine, but the production manager would need entire floor data updated in one system.
Yeah, I understand what you mean, but I think this is also a little bit on the side of the customer to take care. I mean, yes, our machines will be able to supply data to their system. I guess if you have another machine, that machine will also be able to supply data to their system. So it all has to connect to their own system.
That will be more and more. I mean, we talk about 4.0 here.
Yeah,
it will come more and more. Yeah, I mean, we are working with the signal exchange between the machines even today. So to give the amount and the outcome.
Yeah, all the machines are equipped, of course, with OPC UA, sorry. And then from the customer side comes the ERP and MES systems and so on. So what we are doing is, of course, we can provide each and every information what the customer wants, but then he has to work with this and make it visible to their managers. So we are providing everything, but the next steps is out of our business. This is on customers' business, how to handle all the information what they can get from us.
Yeah, I would agree with Gerd there. I mean, this is where the customer's own responsibility comes into place. We can, all of us, I think, supply the data they need, but then it comes to, let's say, computer people to do it for the company.
Yeah,
right. So let me share my experience. What is evolving in the industry, because obviously the machine supplier is just a supplier of one of the equipment, and out of that there must be around 50 or 70 different equipments on a production floor. Integrating that becomes a challenge for a company. I think in my experience, what I've seen, not even a single company in India has a MES system installed in their production shop floor. Not even a single company in India.
Yes, of course.
Right? And that is what is missing. And I know what we have done in the last 2 years. We have implemented a beautiful MES system in one of the company where we are able to track information from all different workstations together on a shop floor and display it on a TV screen on the production floor so that they can take decision real time. It's not easy, but we have achieved it, and we are proud of it that we have done it for one of our key customers, and they are really happy about it using it. And while doing that, because so machine can produce at around 80-90% efficiency, but if your product is not aligned to the planning is not right, the fabric is not available, the trims are not available, you will lose on the productivity, right? So it is important that you need to have a right visibility of entire production floor. Plus, you should be able to deliver the right requirement as per the machine, and then get the output visible to the complete people. We've done it really well, and because of that, the productivity of that factory has gone up by 30%, and that's not a small number. That's a net saving. It's a big saving for any company that can happen, right? So, Gert and Stephen, Frederick, you guys have done fantastic job in terms of in so many companies you've seen, but it's not. I've not seen a MES system which is there in automobile system. There is no MES system available in any of the home textile company in India, and that is
Yes,
something which is,
yes.
I feel, and I know that's a real problem. People think that they will give fabric and it will produce by itself and come out. It doesn't happen. It takes a lot of effort, and people are in a blind spot.
Oh no, you have already companies using this kind of system in India, Amit.
And it's coming more and more, for sure. Yeah.
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 I mean, we have customers in India that not even use the software. They just use it for improve the production. But there is so much more information that you can use to get by using the software, and then you can see and you can improve according to that, for sure.
Correct.
Yeah.
Looks like Amit has some problem with the internet.
Again, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I had some network issues again.
Probably.
Sorry?
Yeah.
He said some network issues again.
No, doesn't work.
No, it doesn't look like it.
No.
Maybe.
Seems to be a big problem.
It looks like it, yes.
Yeah. So
It's too sad for the millions of people are sitting outside and watching us.
yes.
Yes. I don't know. What do we do?
Yeah, somebody from us takes the lead and finish the finishing the
Okay.
session.
No, but I don't know. We are okay. I mean, we try to be nice and continue with his questions. And I think if I read, then we were at question number 10, right?
Yes.
Correct.
Yeah. So sustainability, what are we doing to reduce waste and energy consumption? Anyone wants to take the lead on the answer?
I can do that. I mean, to use UPS system, you will produce 20-30% more, even more, during the same time as before. It means that you can. I mean, the machinery and the lights in the factory will be the same. I mean, the 20-30% less in time, so you save energy that way. You also have, if you produce with a UPS system, you maybe don't need to extend your building. That saves the environment to extend building, pollution for that. That's what I can tell about the sustainability. Yeah. From
Of
our
course, to reduce energy consumption, you can also monitoring this that people are aware what they are, how much kilowatts they are using right now, changing motors, servo drives, and all this stuff, which is in full process already.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say the same. I mean, all of us, we can reduce space, we can reduce power consumption, which is probably the biggest saving.
Yeah.
Okay, we continue.
Yes, good, Stephen.
Okay, we're going to the last question, which be future trends.
Yeah.
What do you think about the next 5 to 10 years? Do we have autonomous textile factories, or what will we have? Now let the fantasy flow.
That's a fantasy. if we can go away from standard sewing, what we knew these days, using a needle and a sewing thread, and going maybe for ultrasonic sewing or gluing or something like this, then we might have not a person-free production, but very less people on the floor. But for the next 5 to 10 years, I don't see it in this way. Not really.
No, I would say the same. The only thing that might come into place, let's say the next 5 to 10 years, is maybe we can find a way of more integration between different steps. Like you said before, the packaging, these kind of things. And of course, with AI technology, who knows what will happen?
Correct.
And new ideas, gluing, sealing by ultrasonic, and so on and so on. So there is a lot of possibilities. I guess a lot of changes within the next 5 to 10 years.
Yeah, correct. Yeah. Let's see.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you look at the shoemaking market, I mean, it's a complete pressed shoe today. It wasn't that before. You have a lot of operations, so that's one step further. But as I said before, fabric is still a living material and different kind of
correct word. Yes.
Structure. It's really tough to make. Okay, it's good to make one product, 1 million pieces, but then you change to something else. Then you need to modify the machine again. So it will be a big challenge for sure. But it will come, like you said, Gert, before. ultrasonic and gluing, Stefan, like you said. That's but then we have the first quality as well. People still want to have a manual, good quality, nice looking thing.
Yeah.
That's another
Amit, welcome back. We were free and we followed the program already.
We can't hear you.
Okay, we are following your program already. So Stephen was the moderator, and we had
a good teamwork.
Yes, exactly. Why are we working in different companies?
Yeah. Good question.
Yeah.
Amit, you're muted. Oh.
If you can hear me, Amit, your microphone is not working, maybe? Your microphone is shut off.
Okay.
Okay.
No.
No.
No. I'm not good in lip reading.
No. Okay. So
okay.
I understand. Yeah. Okay. So we will say thank you to everybody that has been listening. Yeah. And I hope you had an interesting session.
Thank you, all of you.
Thank you very much. It was a pleasure.
Thank you.
Amit, thank you,
care.
Stephen, Frederick. See you somewhere.
Yeah,
all the best.
See
Yes.
you somewhere.
Take care.
All the best. Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Take care. Thank you. Bye, Amit.
Bye-bye.
So how I get out here? Studio.